Hello, my name is Larry Burkholder, Training Manager, Digger Specialties, manufacturer of the Westbury line of aluminum railing systems. Here we're going to install a Lokk Latch Deluxe onto this gate. This will work for a vinyl gate system as various other different types of gates. It'll also work on a fence system. We've already attached our true close hinge, which you can see the installation video for that in our library as well. So here's the components, the bag that it comes in, the template, various different hardware. And we're not going to use all these systems in this gate. There's various different pieces for different types of gates, the instruction sheets, and then of course the component that is going to be attached to the gate. Then you have your mounting bracket, which is going to be designed for either this side of the gate or this side of the gate, and then your lock components themselves. We're ready to determine how the bracket and the locking mechanism are going to work together. And of course this could go, this will work on whether it's an in swing or an out swing. And once we've determined that, we of course want the key at the top, and this is simply a snap together. This is the push button portion that is going to be outside the gate on the post. And what we have done is we snapped this little piece of plastic in here to hold this locking mechanism in place. We're now ready to determine the location of the through hole on the post. D&D Technologies has provided a little template, and they're telling me to go to hole 1. So I'm determining what position I want the latch on my post. And what I did is, once I determined that position, I drew a line across the side of the post. And since all I have with me is a Sharpie, I simply took a little drill bit through this hole to mark where the through hole is going to be located. So then what we did is we went on the back side and I lined this template up with the line that I have in my post, and again in the same hole on the back side I took a small drill bit to the marker where I will drill my through hole on the post. The instructions are calling for a 1/2 inch hole, so I'm simply going to take this bit and drill the pilot hole on both sides. We're now ready to drill the 1/2 inch hole, and we of course have our pilot hole started. And we will repeat that on the back side. This is how these components are packaged. So we're going to remove the screw from the push portion. And you see this component, there is a receiver location. This is the push bar part, which I'm going to push and insert this portion that is going to go through the post. We've now installed the push rod through the post into the push button assembly. We're ready to install this push button assembly on the back side of the gate. This will attach with 4 stainless steel self-tapping screws, 2 on the side of the post, 2 on the back of the post. We have the template back into the video here. And what the template is going to do here is determine what length this push rod gets cut to. So you see how I have this assembly set up here. This is going through the larger hole. I'm going to push this all the way back against the post, and we want to trim this flush with this, this pushed all the way out with the push button on the back pushed all the way out. We want to trim this even with this template. The next procedure is there's a little bushing that needs to be put into place. We're now ready to line up this push rod with this square hole. And of course this portion here is going to go through and fill this diameter. So sometimes it can be a little tricky lining things up. And we're now ready to attach this with 2 screws here and 2 screws into the side of the post. We're ready to install the final component of this Lokk Latch Deluxe. Of course, we're going to try to make sure that this lines up very perfectly with the receiver. This, of course, is working properly. So I have marked this where I'm going to attach this, and this is going to attach with 2 screws into the side of the gate and into the front of the gate here. These are adjustable, so you want to try to get the screw pattern here in the center of these slots. So if your gate changes or something that you have, just loosen the screw a little bit, this will slide up and down. We have the Lokk Latch Deluxe now completely installed. This is, of course, going to work like this. You have the choice of operating like this. You, of course, can lock the system, and you can push it open from the back side. Thank you for watching this Lokk Latch Deluxe video. Have a great day.